Welcome to Laughlin, Nevada, the Seminole Hard Rock Extreme Bulls Tour presented by B&W Trailer Hitches. Dan Miller along with Donnie Gay and Jennifer Smith is standing by as we get set to buck bulls here. Steve Woolsey getting set to go. Jennifer?
Well, Dan, if you'll remember last year, Steve Woolsey won this event. Right now, he's sitting 22nd in the world standings. Another win here today could be a great shot in the arm.
Steve Woolsey out of Payson, Utah, Donnie. He has a bull called Severe.
Well, that's a Bar T bull and supposed to be pretty good now. 2 rounds of competition. Woolsey getting it going, getting it rolling right here. Yes, sir. He's got this one well in hand, spinning both ways.
A little bit.
Yeah. I like it when a guy begins to get his confidence in Steve Woolsey. He's getting there again. He likes this time of year.
Donnie, a little different format this time. There's 2 long goes and a short go. He got bucked off in round 1. Here he gets this bull covered.
Well, he may make it to the short go on 1 bull. I don't know. But he's not going to win the event because I think to win this event, you're going to have to ride 3 bulls.
Steve Woolsey getting it done. The score here for him is 85.5 points for Steve Woolsey.
All right, well, 1 down. He's thinking, okay, maybe some money.
Lots of bull riding coming at you. And we are in Laughlin, Nevada. Back in 1964, Don Laughlin bought this little burg here and was giving away chicken dinners, 89 cents, all the chicken you could eat, and boy, that brought them in.
I'll tell you what, they have sold lots of chicken.
Lots of chicken.
It is a nice town, and they have got a great event going on right now.
World champions are here. You see Cody Hancock getting ready to go, and it's paying some money, Donnie, $60,000 here. It's a 2-day event.
Well, there are 3 go-rounds, 2 bulls, and 2 long goes, and that short go-round. But I think the winner will come on a 3-bull total and get a big chunk of 60 grand.
You mentioned round 1 in the books, Donnie. Let's take a look at that. DJ Domain wins round 1 with 88 points.
88 points, and everybody that you see in this top 6 right here, you'll see some more guys. Everybody that gets a score in round number 1, all the way down, Corey Navarro's got an 83, but they have the advantage going into round 2.
Let's go to Jennifer with our Justin Sports update.
Well, Dan, we're getting our very first look at this Justin Sports Medicine trailer, are the newest and latest in mobile technology. I'm here with Mike Stratton with Justin Sports Medicine. We have an update on some guys that are on the leaderboard, but they're still riding banged up, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. For instance, DJ Domain, he's doing really well. He came in with a leg injury, but he's wrapped up and he's ready to go and pretty healthy. Another one is Luke Hott. He's got some bilateral shoulder pain, and he's coming in sore. Michael Moore's hip, he's doing really fine. If you saw him ride yesterday, you can tell he's tight on the bull. And Cody Hancock had a severe groin injury, and he's had that for a long period of time, but he's riding really well right now.
And just a side note, Cody Hancock suffered a head injury at the national finals. This may be his first appearance with a helmet. We'll see, guys.
Cody Hancock's always got an injury, Donnie. He's just tough. Here's our draw coming up in this first section. Who do you like in that?
Well, Nightmare, Big Dipper, they're all good bulls, but you know what? You got to pick. I like Marcus Michaelis because he rode his first bull. He's got another good one, and he's riding real well.
Here's Chad Denton. He is on Scary Deal, 82.5 on his first one.
All right, Bud Kirby sends these bulls over here to the Bar T Rodeo Company. Denton around to the right away from his hand. Got a good bull ride started, and when he gets hot, you got to look out. He'll go to the bank with your money if you let him. Chad Denton, here's a guy that really rides well, but he's been a little inconsistent. Getting enough age on him now where the injuries, they kind of have stockpiled a little bit. Watch this back around, Dan. This bull goes out a little further than you like, but boy, it turns back into a nice spin to the right. This is what you want in round number 2. Got him a good score coming in.
Bully Dog Bullfighters do their job, and there's the score. 84 points, his total 166.5. He's the new leader, Donnie. First guy to cover 2. Let's do a little bull riding 101, Donnie, as we talk about bull riding here. Chad Denton in the lead. It's a simple sport. Hang on for 8 seconds out there.
Well, 1 leg on each side. 8-second ride. Don't touch him with the free hand. And, you can spur him for extra points, but, that's kind of a moot point. A lot of times you just got to be in time with these bulls. But you can look, Cannon Acey at the national finals, right up on that rope. Got a good squeeze with his feet. both sides, free hand. He's got him right in his gun sights. I like the way he kept his eyes right on that bull's head. Then the Bully Dog bullfighters, Joe Butler, Dusty Duba, Kelly Jennings, they're all working hard, but the key word, keep it moving, Daniel.
Keep it moving. I like that bull riding 101, a leg on each side, Donnie. You start with not too many guys ride sides.
Well, and an ugly face for that 8 seconds.
There you go. Very
absolute
important.
terror.
Let's go to Garrett Vig. He is on Rudini. 82.5 points in round number 1.
I don't know the difference between a Rudini and a Houdini, but I tell you, he's just kind of a softie, just around to the left, jumping out of it, going to make the whistle. Garrett gets the job done. Bullfighter's there. That bull right there, he was a little weak for this pen.
Almost side passing right down the gate. Score 79 points for Garrett Vig. His total is now 161.5.
But that's the key right here. You don't really mind having a soft bull if you've got 2 scores.
Projected cut, Donnie, there of 84 points.
That's only if you ride one
That's
bull.
exactly right. These guys are covering 2. Sean Hogg, Odessa, Texas, on the Big Dipper, 81.5 in round 1.
Well, he was Rodeo Houston winner, and he's been on a roll traveling with Luke Hart. We'll see him, and the boy, he's got one going into his hand. In a little trouble, got to pump it, get it up over your head. Nice job right there. The bull had him. He just refused to let go. I like the extra effort. It's a big kid right here, but he's making it work for him.
Donnie, I want to see in this replay when he really got back, he got in trouble and somehow regained his balance here.
I would have thought that he would have come over his head right about here. He's in trouble, but he just really grits it out. This boy, he's big. He's about 6 foot tall, but obviously really strong.
Got another grip with that spur. 87.5 points. His total now 169. He's in the lead. Sean Hogg.
Nice job right there, and he's a really, really good kid. You just know you like guys like that doing well, and he does, because the bulls, they don't care if you're a nice guy or not.
Sean Hogg in the lead, 169 points. Luke Hart is coming up. He won Houston. Now let's take a look at his work on Amy's Pet.
Boy, it's a nice bull, but he's going away from his hand, and he hasn't won a whole lot of money, and there's 70,000 people in the Houston arena, and golly Moses, what a nice win for Luke Hart. But he's won some big shows, but he's not been able to follow it up. He's never qualified for the NFR, and he's bucked off in round 1.
I was going to say, what have you done for me today? Bucked off in round 1. Here he is, Donnie.
Getting kind of run over, getting a little snot float in his underwear, and up and okay, but you know what? If you're hurt, you need to go home and get well. Don't be doing this, because it's just going to erode the chances of you winning any money.
That bull was nightmare, and it was for him. He will not make the cut. Let's go to Jennifer. She is with Sean Hogg.
Well, Sean just showed his skills and how he can recover. That bull was pretty strong, wasn't he?
He was. He was a really good bull. Everybody told me he was great. I knew his name, but I'd never seen him, and man, he was outstanding.
Well, you have had an outstanding winner. Houston just made it for you, winning the $50,000. How is your attitude now?
Oh, it's just great. I'm blessed beyond measure, and I just feel like I'm on cloud 9, and it seems like everything's just working out.
Well, he's supposed to be, guys.
He is riding very well, Jennifer. Here's our Ram Tough matchup, Donnie, with Marcus Michaelis.
Well, I just picked Marcus because I think that he's riding well, and I don't like all the percentage numbers because that really doesn't mean anything. You said it a while ago, what have you done for me lately? That bull doesn't care how good or bad you've been riding. It's now. That's what you like about bull riding.
Smooth Cowboy Charm. I don't know about that name, Donnie. He was 87 in round number 1.
All right, well, it's a diamond S bull. Round to the left into his hand. This is what he likes, and he's in trouble. My gracious. That's a good bull, a good draw, things set up for you, and whenever that happens, you're supposed to win. That was that was Marcus's. My bad.
He came out. He was behind from the get-go. Let's go to Jared Craig. He is on. You got to have it. Velvet Elvis, Donnie.
Well, he's been one of the most consistent bull riders in the last 4 years, but he's had some leg injuries, been a little bit hurt, but he's still ride. I mean, I guarantee you, he can look up and talk to you right now. He's having fun. He's going to get some money. Now you just got to figure out how to get off. There's Duba, Butler, all the boys, Bully Dog boys are there
nice
right
job.
there. That's how you get off. He said, okay, I got to jump away from my hand. That's kind of dangerous. We'll get a score coming in, Dan, but watching him back here, you look and see where his butt's at. It's right up on his bull rope. That allows you to be able to turn loose with your spurs, but you look, all the key ingredients, he's looking right at him, got him in his gun sights. That's what I like to call it. Oh, yeah, good job.
There you go. Jared Craig, 87.5 points, is now the new leader, Donnie. Excuse me, 170.5.
Did he get his money's worth of that haircut or what? Wow. Jared Craig got peeled, but you know what? He's going to get plenty of money. He can buy him a toupee.
May want to ask for a number 10 blade next time, Jared. He moves into the lead with 170.5 points.
This presentation of the Seminole Hard Rock Extreme Bulls Tour presented by B&W Trailer Hitches is brought to you by Seminole Hard Rock Entertainment. Come out and play. By B&W Trailer Hitches, makers of the turnover ball gooseneck hitch system. A hitch when you need it, a level bed when you don't. And by Wrangler. Wrangler, long live Cowboys.
We are back in Laughlin, Nevada. You know, back in '64 when Don started this, there was 8 hotel rooms. His family took up 4 of them, Donnie. Now 3 million people a year come to Laughlin and enjoy everything this town has to offer. Let's go to Jennifer with Jared Craig.
Well, guys, an 87.5-point ride is wonderful, but when you couple it with another 80 ride, you're winning the average on 2. That's hard to do in bull riding, isn't it?
It can be at times, but showed up here and I've drawn 2 good bulls and they both rode good and it's all right.
How are you going to go into the finals today?
I just got to go at them all the same and try to stay on 8 seconds.
I like the way he keeps it simple. You know, I really do.
Kind of that bull riding 101, Donnie.
Well, that's just like Chance Smart, lock and load. I don't know if he's still well yet, but there's Corey Navarre. Here's a guy, him and Mike Moore. They've been there, done that. And then the leader, DJ Domain. This thing could toughen up in a hurry.
Let's pull for Chance Smart here, shall we? Got bucked off in round 1. He is on, as you mentioned, lock and load.
Well, he's had that head injury. He's had a number of concussions, and he's just trying to get things back where you can ride with the reaction and not think. And he's riding this bull totally easy. Finish it off.
Yeah.
Don't get to thinking toward the end. Just enjoy yourself. Remember why you ride bulls, and that's because you like it, and you can do it real well.
That's the way it's supposed to work for Chance Smart. Talk about your close haircuts right there, Donnie Gay.
All right, but you know, this is a really nice bull, and got, you know, the key is he's keeping his butt right where it needs to go. Got a little bit of a slippage right there, and then he comes right back, gets aggressive with his upper body, moves it around, and a good get off. And I like to see a smile on his face.
And there it is. Yep, one of the great guys. Just a really good guy. 86.5 points.
Has a chance to make it back on 1.
Exactly right, Donnie. Dustin Tibbetts is up next. Pahrump, Nevada on Other Brother.
All right, Roy Honeycutt got this bull coming at you. A big stout bull. This bull really put together. Round to the left. Cowboy going down the well. Almost hangs in the bull rope, but that bull, look at him, how catty he is for as big as he is. Nice bull right there. I don't care what his name is.
Really catty on that front end. No score for Dustin, and he had an 86 in round number 1.
That hurts.
Yeah, that hurts. He still may get another projected cutoff now at 85 points to make it into that short go. Jared Craig in the lead with 170.5 points. Corey Navarre coming up. Let's take a look at what he did, Donnie, back in February.
San Antonio 2 champion and riding the bull away from his hand. And Corey Navarre, he's a veteran. He's been to the finals a number of times. This guy's done it all, been there, done that, and he's riding bulls now because that's just what he does, and he does it real well, and he's riding good.
Corey Navarre getting set to ride. You see that Wrangler Patriot patch on his helmet. We'll talk more about that in just a second, Donnie. Right now, here he comes on fine line.
Whoa, whipped him down right out of the gate, dropped him inside the spin. In trouble. That bull has him in his gun sights, and that is a bad place.
And no score for Corey Navarre. He will not get another one. 83 on his first one. Mike Moore coming up, also a part of the Wrangler Patriot program. We asked Jeff Chadwick what the program is all about.
Wrangler National Patriot program is basically a mirror image of what Tough Enough to Wear Pink is in the Western industry, for those people that are familiar with it. But what we do is we encourage people to, when they come to a rodeo that's having a Wrangler National Patriot performance, it's all about supporting our military, showing our support. And anytime you purchase these shirts, caps, T-shirts with this logo, the Wrangler National Patriot logo. Some of the proceeds from the sale of these shirts all goes into the fund to support our military personnel that are coming back from overseas, or, you know, for those soldiers that we've lost, their families that need some support. So I think it's going to be an exciting program for the industry itself, because they're already supporting our military, and it's just a little more focused effort.
Great program, and Mike Moore, a part of that team as well. He is on Buckle Up, Donnie.
Well, buckle up. That's what you want to do. 4-star sends this one in around the left into his hand, and he's off his bull rope. Going to have to work a little harder. Look out, he's hung in the rope. Bullfighters right together. They're going to have to work at it. Mike Moore said, well, heck, I'll just do it myself and get loose. Okay, Mike Moore. No score, and you're supposed to ride a bull here again that turns back into your hand. You got to be squeezing with your legs. You can't just be straining trying to hold on. Mike Moore makes a mental mistake, and then he pays for it. You get on your feet, then you pull yourself forward, get right up there. You don't need anybody to help you get loose sometimes. You just go ahead, and I imagine right now he'd not be a good interview.
And he's a guy, Donnie, coming back from hip surgery. You see that 85, he is right on the bubble there as to whether he's going to make it. You see that projected cutoff at 85 points. Jared Craig leading the way with 170.5 points.
Go give it to him.
Got DJ Domain getting set to come up here, Donnie. Let's take a look at his work. This was on Insaniac.
All right, well, you know, DJ Domain makes the 88-point ride to win round number 1. You see, and it all starts with, you know, your basics. He's up on his bull rope. He's in a proper position when he leaves the gate, and he's got Hitman. If he can do the same thing here, just put a score with that 88. But you can't just think, well, hold on. You got to ride as good as you did in round 1. Here we go. Coming around the left end of his hand, and he overrides. It goes in a well, and boy, oh, he will be livid. And he should be. That bull was just what the doctor ordered. He doesn't wait on the bull. Looks to the right.
That, Donnie.
That bull hooks at him a little bit and slows down. Well, he's all set for a rank left turn, and he moves over there. Never needed to do that. All he had to do is sit there and let him pay.
Bull might have even felled him over there. Didn't come on around. DJ Domain. Now, that 88, Donnie, so far.
It's going to get him in there, I think. Yeah.
So far, he'll get another one. We got a Ram Tough matchup here with Clint Craig.
All right, well, Clint Craig, he's got his bull bombshell, and, you know, here again, the match, the last one with Marcus Michaelis, favored Marcus, bucked him off. It doesn't really matter because the bulls don't care. They're going to do what they can do, and the bull rider should do what he can do. Jump at a time. Clint Craig's been having a great year. Round to the left away from his hand. Oh, yeah, got a nice seat. Should ride this one all day long. No problem. Round back around to the right. Good score coming. Go to the neck. This is a guy that when he gets his confidence level in the right spot, he can really reel off some rides, and he's doing it right now.
You can see it in his face, Donnie. As you mentioned, this started off in Denver for him. He is having a good year so far. Good-looking ride.
You know, he's been to the national finals twice. Looks like he's going to go again, staying healthy, but he wants to ride good. You see bucked off in round number 1, but that 86, that's a point ahead of the cut line right now, or at least a projection.
Clint Craig, hopefully he's going to make it in there. Jared Craig, that's the man currently in first place. And of course, while Laughlin is going on, a lot of other rodeo action taking place around the country, especially up in Pocatello, Idaho, as we check in with our Wrangler $1 Million Tour, the Dodge National Circuit Finals Rodeo in Pocatello. This is the place where the Circuit Cowboys compete with the full-time Cowboys, the top contestants from the PRCA's 12 circuits. They all get together at Holt Arena at Idaho State University. $500,000 in prize money in the bareback riding. Ryan Gray wins things on good times. And here Ryan decided to put off knee surgery to come to this event simply because of the money he could win here.
I heard a lot about that horse. It's been a saddle bronc horse in the past, and they just started bucking him in the bareback riding, and pretty phenomenal.
Look at that, he picks up almost $20,000 here. Remember, this money does not go towards the counting of the World Championship, but good money to win nonetheless for Ryan Gray. In the steer wrestling, Luke Branquinho. What can you say about this guy from the California circuit? Mr. Consistency, 3.9 seconds right across the board. He's a two-time world champion, two-time Dodge National Circuit Finals champion, picks up over $13,000 here in prize money. Clay Cowan wins it all, $17,000 in the steer wrestling.
To be circuit cowboys and kind of go on the weekends and stuff, to be able to have a chance to rope for this much money and Dodge what they do, it's amazing.
These guys have teamed up for about the last 2.5 years. Their philosophy pretty simple here. Catch steers, make the finals, then really buckle down. Good money picked up by this team roping pair here. The saddle bronc riding Jesse Wright comes out of the Wilderness Circuit. The bronc is Miss Congeniality. Well-known bronc, great cowboy. Wright was the 2009 Saddle Bronc Rookie of the Year. He wins the Dodge National Circuit Finals on his very first try, and that means that at this point in the rodeo, the Wilderness Circuit has moved into the lead as far as wins. The Wilderness Circuit, traditionally one of the very strongest when it comes to the Dodge National Circuit Finals rodeo. And we're going to check in with more action later on from Pocatello. We are back in Laughlin, Nevada. Dan Miller along with Donnie Gay and Jennifer Smith. You can do it all here in Laughlin. You can ride your motorcycle in the desert. You can go jet skiing on the Colorado River. Or you can watch a little dancing here during the Seminole Hard Rock Xtreme Bulls Tour presented by B&W Trailer Hitches. Donnie Gay.
Well, they're having a little fun, and everybody's chasing him because he's hunting for gold out here. Jared Craig in the lead.
Jared Craig in the lead, 170.5 on 2. Here's our Section 3 draw coming up. Donnie, what do you like there?
Well, you know, Blue Ray and Cody Hancock, Lone Star, Cannon AC. You can't go wrong picking those guys. How about Samsel, the old guy? Cut across Shorty. That bull's pretty rank.
Let's start it off with Ryan Shanklin here. Perfect Poison.
All right, well, Ryan Sully Shanklin, come on, ride a bull. Starts left and whips him down. Look out, hung in a rope. He might, got to get on your feet, flings him out of there. That's maybe one of the best bulls I've seen here in Laughlin all week. Really good bull right there. Looked to the left and was kicking really good, not the flat spin. That you get another perspective right there. That had a little drop, a little power, and hey, that was one of those good wrecks. Everybody up and okay.
Not only that drop, Donnie, but boy, that back end on that bull when he's getting now. The horse is saying, sure. No score for Ryan Shanklin. He had an 84 in the first round. That means he's not going to get another one.
Going to come up a little bit short, but he had an opportunity, and as does Jake Wade.
He is on Apache, 85.5 on his first one.
It's a really good draw. Had that first one, you know, oh, God, out of shape, good recovery. Back into his hand, bull jumping and kicking, and he let that one get away. Makes a good recovery, thinks that bull's going into a spin. Bull goes straight. Should have been easier, but it wasn't.
And so with that 85.5 from the first round, Donnie, we will see. We will see if he's going to get another one. Dave Samsel is up on Cut Across Shorty, the bull you were talking about, 82 on his first one.
Well, this bull right here from Silverado, he's a pretty rank bull, but he's going to go to the right into his hand. Samsel back on the end of his arm. You saw him scoot back just a little bit, and then boom, he's down. Had an 82 in round one. He's thinking, man, I didn't get away from there clean, and that cost him no score. That's tough, but we've got the KFC original recipe for success. Could have watched Dave Samsel taking the wrap. Look at this bull rope. It's coming from the opposite side. We call that the Brazilian style wrap. What I call it's backwards. Here's the traditional. You pull it from the same side that you ride with when you make the whistle. You get off into your hand. You know, does one ride better than the other? Probably not, but I'm going to stick with the old reliable.
And Donnie, does it feel differently?
Yeah, and I think probably the only thing that really makes a difference is if you buck off going into your hand with the Brazilian style wrap, you run the risk of hanging up less.
Here's Tyler Willis, Wheatland, Wyoming, on Punk.
Okay, well, they spent a lot of time trying to name this bull. They must have had a lot of trouble with him. But here we go. Whoa, boy, around to the right. I mean, that's Alley Man right and in a hurry. Tyler Willis, he's been one of our winners, had an 87 in round one, and then just kerplunk on this one.
Boy, we've got Cody Hancock coming up next. Let's take a look back, if you will. Jennifer?
Well, guys, we watched Cody Hancock suffer a severe head injury at the Wrangler National Finals late last year. He's been out of competition several months. This is his first Xtreme Bulls back. And if you'll notice, Don, he's wearing a helmet.
Well, you're watching him coming out of there and you see that helmet. That, to me, is kind of like shutting the barn door after the cows are gone. My goodness. You know, this bull didn't jerk him down and hit him in the head, and I don't like helmets and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, if you're up on top and you're in good shape, you're not going to get hurt. Don't get underneath.
Boy.
You know, that sounds a little bit flippant, but I think it has to do with attitude. But now we're coming around. You know, he's already seen the ground before that bull comes around, and that is not Cody Hancock. That face mask in front of him has got to be a little distracting, and, you know, frankly, if that bull steps on your head with, you know, that little old plastic helmet, ain't going to help much.
Well, no score on this one, Donnie, and no score in round number 1. A tough event here for Cody Hancock. Powell, Wyoming, home to Cannon AC. He is on Lone Star, 85 on his first one. He needs to cover this bull.
Okay, Nevada, come on.
Man.
He's into his hand, and he's out of shape. He let that gate distract him,
That's
looks
right.
like, and had the 85 score. And I don't know if that's going to make it or not. I'll have to go back and see, because there's a couple of half-point rides that may have changed that bubble cut line. Jared Craig in the lead on 2 with 170.5, just a half point ahead of Rodeo Houston winner Sean Hogg.
85.5 is what it's going to take to make that short go. You see Chance Smart in there with 86.5. A couple of guys, Jake Wade, Steve Woolsey, both going to get another one with 85.5 points. Remember, there's $60,000 in prize money here. It's been a tough second round as we get ready to go to the short go in Laughlin, Nevada. Stay with us. That man in the lead. Welcome back to the Seminole Hard Rock Extreme Bulls Tour presented by B&W Trailer Hitches. And we are in Laughlin, Nevada. A great crowd on hand here enjoying the action, and they're enjoying the barber chairs. And we've talked a lot about the short haircuts here. We're going to tell you more about that as you look at Roy Honeycutt. Let's head back to Pocatello, and let's start off there with the tie-down roping.
Well, it's a great atmosphere, you know. They, especially on Saturday night tonight, they filled the building, and they really get into it for the guys, especially from this circuit. So, but everybody kind of gets a feed off of that. There's a lot of money. It's really a tremendous rodeo.
It is a tremendous rodeo. Big win for him. Take a look at those names up there on those boards. You can tell no easy task for Trent Krieger to come in here and win $15,000, almost $300. In the barrel racing, what a great story. Tammy Brusso, Dothan, Alabama. She's 49 years of age. She doesn't mind us telling you that. She didn't start doing this until she was 40 years of age. Second time she's ever seen snow as she comes up here to Pocatello. She upsets the local favorite, Sue Smith here, who had been leading for the entire competition. So she picks up the money and the truck. However, Sue Smith still wins the most money here with almost $14,500 for Sue Smith. In the bull riding, let's go to that, is J.W. Harris. The guy picks up his second win at the Dodge National Circuit Finals. He has 2 world championships under his belt as well. Here he is on the hot wire. J.W. Harris representing, of course, the Texas Circuit.
I had hot wire Raptor H's, Dale Halls. And I'd seen the bull a bunch. They were 87 on him in the first round here, I think. And I was excited when I had him. I've been wanting to get on that bull since I seen him, and luckily it all worked out.
Last time we saw JW, of course, was winning at Rodeo Austin, recovering from that broken hand, remember, at the National Finals Rodeo. $16,000 he picks up here in prize money and those bragging rights for the Texas Circuit. Look at that. They move ahead. Look how close it was. They topped the Wilderness Circuit there, $97,000 in earnings for them. Some other big rodeos coming up on the Wrangler $1 Million Tour. Reno, of course, June 17th through the 24th. St. Paul, Oregon, and Cody, Wyoming over the 4th of July weekend. 2 great rodeos that you don't want to miss that time of the year. Donnie, some fun here going on in the arena.
Well, they're going to give a haircut a close call right here for Roy Honeycutt. Jennifer, tell us what's going on.
Guys, if you remember last year, Laughlin had a huge fundraising campaign for Miss Lauren Terry. She was in the hospital recovering from leukemia. This year, it's a different story. Lauren wanted it not just to be about Lauren, she wanted it to be about others, didn't you, Miss Lauren?
Yes.
Now, what exactly is this campaign you have going today?
It's just about so I can help other kids find a cure for cancer.
And what do we have going on back here?
They're actually shaving some heads to donate money.
And how does it work? How are you actually raising money? They pay to have their head shaved, don't they?
Yes. They shave their head, and the money goes to help find a cure for kids' cancer.
Well, thank you for being here, and we're so excited for you. Lauren is doing so well and moving right along, and now she's raising money for other kids.
What a great gal, what a great slogan, Donnie. Grow it, shave it, beat it. And Jared Craig's about halfway there on that. He's grown it and shaved it. He's about to beat the others here as we see Roy Honeycutt getting set to get his hair removed, Donnie.
Oh, man, if we had enough money for the eyebrows.
Well, the haircuts continue here in Laughlin, Donnie.
We didn't have enough money for the eyebrows. Oh, my. Bullfighters, they're all getting a lift.
That explains a lot of the short haircuts here, of course, as we talked about, and a great cause here for Lauren Terry, Donnie.
Well, it really was, and we can look here at Cody Hancock. He's not going to advance. He comes down and, had the helmet on. But Luke Hawk, he won the Xtreme in Houston, and he's not going to advance. Just because you're riding good doesn't really mean anything. San Antonio winner, Corey Navarre, he doesn't advance. So, you know what? They're going to spread the money around. Sean Hogg, he won Rodeo Houston, but did not win the Xtreme Bulls in Houston. He's got a great opportunity here because he's riding really, really good, as is this fella, Jared Craig. Boy, he makes a nice bull ride. He could have talked to you on that one. What a nice job.
He is the man as we look there at our B&W recap, Donnie. Here's the leaderboard. Jared Craig, as you mentioned, in the lead, 170.5 points. Marcus Michaelis in there with 87. The rest of these guys just on one bull. Jade Wade, Steve Woolsey, both with 85.5 points. Let's go down to Jennifer. She's standing by with our current leader.
Well, all the bull riders standing around anxiously waiting on their draw. Jared Craig is leading this by 1.5 points. What do you know about your draw and after party?
He's a little gray bald face back here of Harlan Robertson's. I think Jonathan Brown was 90 on him before, and so he just turns back right there right in the gate and throws everybody off.
Except you.
Not today.
Gotta like that attitude. The final round draw, Donnie. See Steve Woolsey has Pedro. As we look through these, something jump out to you there?
Well, mission accomplished is a really, he's a ranked bull, party trained, but a lot of tough bulls. After party, that's what you want, big iron. But the Black Mamba, Silent Assassin, those two bulls, I think, are the rankest two bulls out of the 12.
Sean Hogg with big iron on there. Let's get it doing. Let's get going, Don. Let's start off with Jake Wade. He is on Tyrone.
Now, I've not seen this bull. He's from Bud Kirby, Bar T Rodeo, and Jake Wade was not real aggressive in round number 2. He made a good ride in first round. Here we go. Let's see if we can't get it going. He's already into his hand just as he leaves, but he makes a nice recovery and then lets it slip away again. This bull was the one that he wanted, and Jake Wade just looks a little bit disinterested to me. He could have scrapped a little harder, in my opinion. 85.5. That's not going to win any money.
No, and let's go to Steve Woolsey, Donnie. He is on Pedro. Steve riding about 42% of his bulls in the short.
Watch the difference in body language and try moving around into gotta go. Come on, stay up on the bull rope. He's in trouble. Come on, he's got a ride on. He rode all the way to the ground, but I think he's going to come up a little bit short. He's looking for the clock. He's looking back. We'll see. Whoa, body language. He's trying to find the back judge and see if he gets the whistle. But I want you to watch the effort. Look at the bull fading. He comes out of the left-hand delivery. He's already over here in the middle of the right-hand delivery chute. Down, hanging on, whistle, should be blowing. I don't know if he made it or not.
If he wasn't for lack of try, Donnie. No score.
They call it no score as one of those 7 seconds. We've seen him do that a lot, but he loosens up a little bit quick, but what a good effort.
Great try. Hustling the whole time. Jared Craig there after party starting to put his rope through there. He's the current leader with 170.5 points. No change in that leaderboard. These are the guys that are 2 for 2, be coming up in just a little bit. So far, nobody covered one here in the short go. Dustin Tibbetts is up on Party Train.
Party Train. Anytime you got something that belongs to Harlan Robertson Silverado, you know he's going to be bred to buck in that breeding program. So they're going to be quick. They're going to be snappy. This one's going to hop and skip. Come around to the left. Oh, steps right on him. Do a little foot race, and Dustin Tibbetts is saying, I'm not sure this is as much fun as I thought it was.
No, we saw on that stat. Now he's 0 for 3 when it comes to short goes. No score here. He'll leave here with 86 points.
The good news is he's making the short go, and pretty soon, if you're going to keep trying, you're going to break the ice.
Here's Clint Craig. Mission accomplished. You talked about this matchup, Donnie.
Well, Clint's been riding pretty good. He's ridden 1 out of 2. Needs to hustle, needs to hurry. But now I don't like it when you start getting real still. You start locking down in the chute, round to the left. He's in a little trouble, tries to get back, cuts loose and gets alley-ooped out of there. But he said, man, that shouldn't happen to me. I ride better than that, and I know it. But you know what? You just go to the next one. That's all you do. Watch where his hips go. Boom, they're in his hand. He kicks loose with the right foot, but he's already out of time. You can't ride these bulls if you don't get their rhythm right out of the gate.
Boy, youth is a wonderful thing. You see the way he was pretty catty, able to get up from that. No score for Clint Craig here. He also will leave here with 86 points. But as you mentioned, Donnie, he is riding well this year. There's our leaderboard. No change in that. Jared Craig still the man with 170.5 points. And when we come back, Chance Smart will be riding. And I say he will be riding. And also DJ Domain on tap when we come back to Laughlin. We are back in Laughlin, the Seminole Hard Rock Extreme Bulls Tour presented by B&W Trailer Hitches. We are in the short go, and so far, boy, I love being outdoors, Donnie. So far, the Bulls having their way. Dan Miller with Donnie Gay and Jennifer Smith. Our leaderboard has not changed. That guy right there, Jared Craig, just waiting for his opportunity. Big smile on his face. Current leader, 170.5 points, Donnie.
Well, if nobody makes the whistle in the short go, he's already got first place won. So, you know, but those four guys, they're the only four that have two ridden, you know, so they have the upper hand. These other guys, they're hoping to post a big score like Chance Smart coming. If he can post a big score on two, maybe jump there, you know, leapfrog a little bit, you can move up the leaderboard and pay off in an aggregate.
You saw on that list some big-time bulls coming up here. You're looking at Chance Smart right now on Black Cats.
One of the better bulls belongs to Barty and Bud Kirby. Chance Smart trying to get him to look over there at that gate, trying to get a clean start. You know, I'm waiting on him to catch fire. He just got to get a hold with his feet, gets turned upside down, flipped around, bucked off. But you know what? That, to me, that is more of that thinking and trying to get everything just right in the chute. It's all about rhythm and timing, but you got to sit down and get a hold of your feet, and I want you to watch his feet. Look at that left foot.
Yep.
It has never touched him, and all that is mental focus. You know, you can't lean forward and float these bulls. Get a hold.
Good job that time by the Bully Dog Bullfighters. No score for Chance Smart. You can see those battle scars on that head, Donnie. He has taken some licks to the head here. Didn't happen this time. Clicked his heels for him. Down with no score for Chance Smart.
Well, Chance sitting there going, I'm trying to figure it all out, but you know what? It's really been 2 years for him, and he's being pretty tenacious about it.
Tyler Willis is up next on Foolish Pride. Donnie, you talked about being too settled in there with Clint. What do you mean as we're looking here?
Well, he was just trying to get set down in there. And you know, you try to lock down. Here, Tyler Willis. Whenever you get stiff, I mean, it's kind of like, you know, do you flex your muscles and hold your breath whenever you're getting in a fight? No, you better be moving or they're going to hit you on the end of the nose. Well, you know, the same thing riding bulls. You have got to be ready to get it on, and that's just move out of the chute with them. 87, that may get a check if we keep bucking guys off.
Jared Craig still the current leader, 170.5 points. PRCA rule book, Donnie, contestant with the highest score will win each round. No qualified rides in the final round. Contestant with the highest cumulative score is going to win.
That means Jared Craig would be the winner, and he knows that. Sean Hogg, they all know that. But what they want to do is make a good ride. They pay go-round money, you know, and you feel good. Your confidence level rises up. Man, there's another event tomorrow and the next day and the next day. This is what you have to do. Marcus Michaelis, to me, gets a reprieve from what happened to him in the second round. Do something. Same tracks. Round to the left. Loses the bull rope. Big, tall guy, and when your hand pops out, then that means that you're not squeezing with your legs. You know, because he's not in bad shape, but his hand pops out, and then he goes out the back. Marcus Michaelis got to be just flat disgusted.
He's going to leave here with 87 points. DJ Domain, 88 coming out of those first two rounds. He's on the silent assassin.
DJ's had a lot of things happen to him. You see, right, 39% in short goes. That's not, you know, he doesn't mind the money. He's just going to try hard. Coming around to the right away from his hand, gets him rocked out. Look at that spur. The bull rope hung to that spur. Domain looks like he's all right. Bully Dog Bullfighters do a nice job there.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Domain, 88 points in the long round, led that. but that's all he's been able to accomplish. But that's in 5th place, you know, no matter what, if they bucked everybody off.
See that bull rope pop out of his hands. As you mentioned, Donnie, good job. Boy, tough time getting out.
Getting away from the gate, and that is hard to keep your focus. A jump at a time. You get busy. Look at our bullfighter. That's Kelly Jennings right there that had the bull by the horn. That was a good job.
Outstanding job by those guys. DJ Domain, that 88, going to stay right there on the board. He'll probably end up with a check here. But the next section coming up, Jared Craig, the guys that have covered 2 bulls, 170.5 points. He'll be on tap when we come back here for the final section from Laughlin, Nevada. Remember, $60,000 in prize money. That's what's at stake, and he's in the lead.
This presentation of the Seminole Hard Rock Extreme Bulls Tour presented by B&W Trailer Hitches is brought to you by Seminole Hard Rock Entertainment. Come out and play. By the all-new Ram Heavy Duty Motor Trend's 2010 Truck of the Year. And by KFC. Get a grip on the new KFC Boneless Filet.
We are back in Laughlin, Nevada, and it comes down to these guys on the board right there. Jared Craig, Sean Hogg leading the way here. Final section coming up for you. There's the draw, Donnie.
All right, well, blindside is one that Chad Denton can ride, and Jared Craig, he can ride anything, you know, if he gets tapped off right.
Garrett Vig controls his destiny here. He has the Brass Cat.
I have not seen Garrett Vig ride but one time, Brass Cat. Charlie Lowry, 4L, Diamond S, round to the left, and boy, that was a sweet potato in the short go, and yikes.
And the first 2 jumps, Donnie, what happened? He just all of a sudden got back on the end of his hand, no score.
Well, you know, he's just sitting there, and I'm sure he'll have some kind of an excuse, but the pure fact is, that was not good.
Chad Denton, riding about 21% of his bulls in the short go, and he is on blindside.
I think that this was the guy that you know, gets him pumped up. Chad Denton can really ride. Let's see what happens. Jump at a time. Bull fires out of there, gets him kind of rocked away from his hand, pulls him out of there, and look at this little young bull. He was going to do the deal.
Did you see
said,
that
hey, well,
bull
little
jump?
fella, he just bucks me off. He tricks him. You watch him. He knows he's going to go to the right, and he's kind of playing right field. But you know what? That bull takes another big high leap, and he's already out of position. So checks out because he's not going to get back without going in the well. But check that out. Do you think that a 1,500-pound bull can move faster than a 150-pound man? Looked like it right there.
I'd like to see you jump that high, Donnie Gabe.
Yeah, right, out of the Empire State Building.
Unbelievable. Jared Craig, the current leader, he's going to have a big check no matter what happens. But we're pulling for that guy to cover a bull.
Well, you've seen Chad Denton and Garrett Vig come down. Only 2 guys left, and, you know, they've ridden 2. But if in case we don't get a qualified ride, the contestant with the highest round, you know, they can win. But the aggregate on 2, the highest score is going to win, and that's Jared.
Let's go to Jennifer with a Ram Tough matchup.
Well, guys, our Ram Tough matchup today in the finals is between 2 top contenders on our Extreme Bulls Tour. Sean Hogg won 2nd at our Houston X Bulls and won the Houston Rodeo. Big Iron took Corey Navarre to a 93-point ride and a championship at San Antonio. This could be great, Don.
Well, this guy right here is the only one that really has anything to ride for right here. He could move up to first if Jared Craig bucks down and he rides.
Exactly.
Jared's going to win, can win first or second. But let's see what Sean Hogg can get done right here in the final round. Hadn't seen him in the final round, must ram the right into his hand. That's one you want. Now back the other way. Going down in the well, he's touched him with a free hand. That's just, you know, if he'd have been a smaller guy, he probably rides that bull. Big and tall. That bull, when he reversed the spin, he backs up a little bit. That put too much pressure. And watch this. Watch when the bull goes back to the left, how he kind of backs up, and watch what pulls him down. He is coming down right there. There was no movement there except that bull. That was a really neat bull.
Whew. Oh, some bulls in this short go. No score for Sean Hogg.
Really ought to sing that song about right now. Yeah, that bull was nearly as good as Big Iron song.
Well, I tell you, that rule comes up right now because no matter what happens, Jared Craig is going to win this deal, Donnie.
He's getting him a guitar, buckle, money.
It's not the money. You want that guitar, don't you?
Man,
I know you do.
I got to have that guitar.
Jared Craig, he is the champion here at the X-Bulls in Laughlin no matter what. But let's finish it off in style, Jared.
Well, you know what? The after party's going to happen anyhow. You know, Jared Craig, he's going to try to ride this bull just because that's what he does. Let's see what happens.
Right.
There we go. Round the ride into his hand. Got it going. Got it going. Look out. Whips him down out of shape. He's in trouble. Bucks off away from his hands. Kelly Jennings, all the boys right there. Butler, Duba.
You don't want to add that to the end of a big win is have a bull run over you.
Let's brag on the bulls in the short go.
Yes.
You know, without the bulls, you don't have bull riding.
Exactly.
Jared Craig got this in ridden, but you know what? With everybody bucking off, you know, I just believe that has a little something to do with it.
No score here, but he is up. You see the boys from Justin checking on him, Donnie.
He's been hurt all year. David Sharp coming and said, hey, you're going to be okay to go show him what's left of your hair.
He said, I believe I can come out there and get a check and a guitar. Absolutely right. The final results, of course, Jared Craig, that board didn't change at all from the beginning of the short go. Sean Hogg right behind him. Marcus Michaelis ends up in 6th place, right down through Jake Wade and Steve Woolsey. Both of them 85.5 points, Donnie.
Well, you know, it's suffice to say, the ride of the night's got to come someplace besides the short go round, but we're going to call it with Sean Hogg. We saw him nearly do it in the short round, 87.5 points on the Big Dipper. This was the Dodge Ram ride of the night to me. You know, the guy did really a good job.
Let's head down to Jennifer. She's with our winner.
Well, guys, that was quite a blow that Jared took from after party. Talk about the hit. Where exactly were you injured?
I just stepped on my butt a little bit and ripped my pants.
You can always get new Wranglers with a win like that.
Yes, ma'am.
I know that win is bittersweet for you. Describe exactly what you're feeling. I know you're a perfectionist and want it to be better.
I'd have liked to rub my short round bull. I mean, it made it a little better, but still, a win's a win, and I'm as happy as could be.
Yeah, he's definitely taking home the pot, guys.
All right, Jennifer, thank you and congratulations. Let's take a look at our hard rock of the night, Donnie.
All right, well, the bull's name's Buckle Up. Mike Moore, he's buckled down, but you know what? Oh, no, now you got to get unbuckled. Holy cow. Bully Dog Bullfighters, Mike Moore, we're extreme bull riding in Laughlin, Nevada.
Woo, our hard rock of the night, the seminal hard rock of the night here, Donnie. Upcoming telecast dates July 5th at noon Eastern Time, Extreme Bulls Reno, July 19th. Noon Eastern Time, Extreme Bulls in Cody, Wyoming. The Cody Yellowstone Extreme Bulls. There's the guy right there, and he's about to get your guitar from Amos, Donnie.
Amos Tiger is giving that good. Amos, I don't want to have to ride a bull to get one, but man, those are great guitars.
And then you'd have to go through the hassle of learning how to play, Donnie. It's just not worth it.
Okay.
That's going to do it for us here in Laughlin. Congratulations to Jared Craig. We will see you next time here on the seminal Hard Rock Extreme Bulls Tour.